Hi Chem Peeps, this is video 3 or the second example using the stoichiometry flow chart. In this problem we are we're asked to find the mass in grams of sodium nitrate. This is what we're solving for, so this is going to be the B portion or the outcome on our flow chart. We are given 20 grams of sodium azide. And so this is our A, or the beginning part of our problem. Since we're starting in grams and we are going to grams, I'm going to be doing a line 4 because we start with mass of A and we end up with mass of B. So I'm just going to start with the 20 grams, which has 3 sig figs of the sodium azide. Now, looking at the flow chart, after you write your given, the next thing is to multiply by 1 mole of your A, which in this example is sodium azide, over its molar mass. That is going to require, looking at the periodic table, we will need 1 sodium and 3 nitrogens, and when we add up their weights on the table, it is 65 grams of that sodium azide. The next step in the problem is coming into the mole ratio, and that comes from our coefficients of the balanced equation. So if you look at this equation, we have nothing in front of the A, the sodium azide, and if you look in front of the sodium nitrate, or B, we also have nothing. When we have nothing for a coefficient, that is assumed to be a 1. Now I'm going to put my B on top, which is sodium nitrate, over 1 mole of sodium azide. Now my students always ask, do I really have to write this step because it's 1 over 1? And I always tell them, yes. This mole ratio tells me or shows me or allows me to go from substance A to substance B, and so it is necessary. Then we come back out on line 4 and you can see that we multiply by the molar mass of sodium nitrate over 1 mole of sodium nitrate. Now that again is going to require us to go to the periodic table and look up 1 sodium, 1 nitrogen, and 3 oxygens. And when we do that, it is 85 grams per every mole. I know this is set up properly because if I look at my problem, grams of sodium azide cross out with grams of sodium azide. Mole of sodium azide crosses out with mole of sodium azide. Mole of sodium nitrate crosses out with mole of sodium nitrate. So all that is required now is for me to multiply and divide across here. So I'm going to take 20 times 1 times 1 times 85 across the numerator. Now I need to divide by the denominator, which is 65 and 2 ones. And so when I do that, I get 26.2. I'm going to keep 3 sig figs since I started with 3 sig figs in the beginning, and my unit is grams and my label is sodium nitrate. I hope this helps. I hope the flow chart helps you set up problems. You can find more chemistry on both my channels at YouTube and TikTok at Chems Chem Chats. Talk to you later.